Hello, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the February love outlook for the sign of Pisces. Now, please do excuse my cat in the background. She is really going ballistic tonight and there's nothing I can do to stop her from meowing, so you'll just have to ignore her. And let's get right into it. I'm using my new Island Time Wellness deck, which is, here she goes, which is my Love Oracle deck that I just got off of Etsy. And there is an unboxing video I have and a link to their shop on Etsy. It's a really lovely deck. It's, it's very nice for a Love Oracle deck. The messages are very clear, but they also allow for a lot of depth also and interpretation. And so I'm giving my Romance Angel deck a little bit of a break, and I'll be using these in a lot of my readings from now on. All right, guys, let's get into pulling out your Oracle cards. I'm going to pull out two of them for you and your person. So this is a general love outlook for Pisces who is in love with someone, or who knows, who has someone in their sights, someone in their heart, whether you're with them right now. Sometimes the general outlook can be on a relationship or a union that is currently in separation, right? Or that may be in the process of coming back together in reconciliation. So it's not only for relationships that are together and solid. So in this way, it is a general outlook, but we will be pulling cards for you, and we will pull cards for your opposite person to see where their emotions are at and their head is at. So let's get your Oracle cards out first. I'm gonna pull two of these out for you, Pisces. And then we'll get your animal spirits, and then we'll get right into your spread. All right, first card out, you have the Chaser. So, Chaser, being codependent, right? Fearing abandonment issues, right? So someone in this relationship is doing the chasing, and someone in this relationship may be encouraging the chasing, right? So let's just see how this plays out. Certainly has a codependent feeling to it, and self-indulgence. So focusing on the self. Now, here we talk about self-indulgence in a fairly sort of appreciative way. So indulging yourself in terms of taking time out for yourself, focusing on yourself, maybe doing shadow work, appreciating who you are, appreciating your talents. I do apologize. Some of these cards will focus and some won't because of the black background. It's just like my camera isn't that sensitive. So one of these days when I graduate up to a better camera. But for right now, this will have to do. These cards are still so very beautiful and so rich in depth to use. So the Chaser and self-indulgence. So this is quite interesting, these two messages, right? One is talking about focusing on yourself and your self-worth and doing some shadow work. And the other one is a very codependent, toxic kind of energy, right? That's kind of an energy sucker energy, right? The Chaser. So let's pull out your animal spirits, Pisces, and see what kind of animal spirits you are dealing with this February. Show me what's going on for Pisces this February with their person. Show me. All right. We're going to pull out two animal spirits for you as well for this period. And we have right away the Wasp. Something is stinging, right? Now the Wasp, of course, is air energy. I would say sometimes the Wasp could also be considered a fire elemental because of the nature of the sting, right? That it's something that really hurts us. Here we have also the Swan spirit. Now this came out earlier for another reading, and this is certainly talking about diving deeper, going beneath the surface, going past the sort of shallow and sort of surfacey area of a relationship, and being willing to go a little bit deeper. Okay, let's just have a quick look at these animal spirits, my lovely Pisces. So Wasp spirit again. Yes, you would probably say on the surface that this is an air elemental or associated with the element of air. The Wasp spirit really talks about the fact that sometimes life does sting, right? Sometimes we have to go through a difficult period, or we have to take a knock to the ego. We have to accept that something maybe just did not go our way. And that, all events in our life have value. And even when it feels like at times that we've gone through something that has stung, something that has been unnecessarily sort of painful or hurtful, and we may resent that sometimes. There is the flip side of understanding that there's a value to that experience, and you would only get that value by going through that experience. And so it's a necessary thing to come into your life. Now we have the swan spirit on the other side, and the swan, like I said, talks about really being able and taking the time to go a little bit deeper in your love connections, right? The swan, if you ever seen a swan in the wild, they have these beautiful long necks, and they're able to really dive their head deep down into the water to look for fish and to look for food. And so it's this elegance and this desire for more, right? And also a certain level of emotional strength, right? Because the swan is very emotionally refined and strong. This desire to go a little bit deeper in a relationship, to go beyond the surface, to go beyond the shallow side of it. Certainly, it can also indicate sort of facing up to the reality of a relationship, facing up to the fact that a relationship may indeed be quite surfacey, or may indeed be a shallow relationship, and realizing that you may want more than that. And so it's really all about how it plays out in the connection here. So let's go ahead and pull out your spread, Pisces, and we'll see what this connection may be like in February for you. Now just remember, this is just one general outlook into one relationship for a Pisces, right? This reading is not going to resonate for all Pisces out there, and it's certainly not going to resonate for all your different various situations, unions, and partnerships that you have, okay? So just take whatever applies to you. If it doesn't apply to you at all, just let it go. This reading is not at all for you, okay? And don't forget to check the placement of your other planets. This is the final water element February love outlook. So I released the monthly readings by element. So the earth signs are all up. This is the last of the water signs, and I think I will be working on the fire signs next. All right, Pisces. Let's pull out your spread. So you are resonating this month with Four of Wands. Your person is resonating with Three of Swords. Uh-oh. You see them as a Five of Pentacles, and they see you as a Two of Cups. You see the relationship as a Page of Wands, and they see the relationship as a Knight of Swords. All right, guys. So let's get right into your reading. This is quite interesting. I think this reading is definitely going to unfold as we go through it. So let's just jump right in, and then we'll come back to how this all ties into your oracles and your animal spirits. Now, Four of Wands is how you see yourself this February, and Three of Swords is how your person sees themselves. So you are very much resonating with this new energy, right? This new relationship. I'm going to say for you, you've got your eye on a new love connection, right? You've got your eye definitely on a new love connection. And as I look ahead, I wonder, we'll see, but I'm not sure that this new love connection that you are involved with, Pisces, is in fact this person who we've drawn the cards for. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Four of Wands is Venus and Aries energy. This is the 1111 card, and of course 4 is the number for stability. And this is the twin flame journey card for a lot of reasons, but mostly because it is associated not with the number 11, but in fact with the 4. And in this way, because of stability, this is a new relationship that starts off extremely stable from the very beginning. Both people have the same intention and focus. They both they share the same sort of desire for their lives, right? The same sort of desire for a relationship. They both want the same thing. And when two people both want the same thing and they love each other, they share a real sort of strong mutual admiration and respect for each other. This is the basis for a really healthy twin flame connection. This is the basis for a healthy soulmate journey, right? And this is why this is such a beautiful card. When it comes up, it can indicate a new relationship that starts off so stable and starts off with so many good sort of things going for it that you know right away this is the beginning of a really great love story, right? So this is what you're resonating with. However, your person is resonating with Three of Swords, which is a feeling of being extremely hurt, having their trust or their bond broken. So it's interesting to see that this, I'm not even sure if this is, are these the same people, right? And when we go back to the chaser, who is chasing who? Because it seems to me that self-indulgence, when we talk about self-indulgence here, certainly we were talking about self-worth and appreciation, right? Talking about doing things that are good for us, doing shadow work, healing. Four of Wands is a emotionally healthy, strong energy, right? So when you're resonating with Four of Wands, you're not resonating with any sort of toxic energy. Four of Wands would not come up in a situation where you believe the love is there, but it isn't, right? That would be more like a Seven of Cups. That would be more delusional. The Four of Wands really indicates that you are in fact involved in a very strong, stable, new love connection, right? So it is quite impossible for this person here who's resonating with all of this sort of pain and hurt to be. I believe that this is, they are feeling this about themselves in connection to perhaps the fact that you are no longer with them. But I'm not sure that this Four of Wands is what you're feeling for this person. This could be for a reading for a Pisces who's just broken up with somebody to go on with somebody else. And this is sort of the leftover of this relationship. Let's just go a little bit further. Now we go into how we see each other, because your person is certainly resonating with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, and you're resonating with a lot of excitement for this new sort of relationship, right? You see your person as a Five of Pentacles, and they see you as a Two of Cups. Now, Five of Pentacles indicates that this could very well be this can indicate that, your person has just gone through a split and they've really sort of just had to pay the price financially. Here when I see this, right, the Five of Pentacles and Two of Cups, it seems to me that if you see your person with Five of Pentacles, you're kind of feeling for them. You're feeling a bit sorry for them, I think you see them as being the victim of a difficult power struggle. I think you want to help them in a lot of ways. It could very well be, Pisces, that you're the one, and that in fact you do feel this strong love connection for your person, but they are suffering, or they are still sort of healing from a past relationship that caused this pain, right? Because this, if you are feeling disconnected with them, right, then you wouldn't have been the cause of this Three of Swords. Do you see what I'm saying? If you were in fact connected like this with somebody else, then I could understand that your person feels that you're the cause of this Three of Swords because they're hurt. But if in fact your desire is for this person, because you do kind of feel sorry for them here a lot, very much so, right? So it could be indeed that this feeling and this empathy that you have for them does mean that this new relationship with them, you are feeling very, very strong and wanting to go deep. They are still reeling from this past pain. They do, however, see you as a Two of Cups. Now, Two of Cups is a really balanced sort of coming together. It can sometimes feel like a reconciliation, but in any case, they see you as a way forward. They see you as a love connection that comes in to support them, that is balanced, that is in harmony. So it's really interesting. They do share this love connection that you have with them here. You're feeling this, you're resonating with this here, and they're seeing you as this here. They're seeing you as their partner. But yet there's this pain here, and you see also in them a pain. So it could very well be that for some of you, Pisces, this could be a month where you are dealing with somebody who is healing from a past wound, from a past breakup, a past hurt that was maybe in the recent past, right? And you guys are just now getting together. And so although they love you very much, there is a lot of healing that needs to go on here. And this could account for why we're seeing this wasp energy here, because your person was in fact stung in the past. They are in fact healing from a pretty bad sort of event that really hurt their heart. They're certainly, you can see them, you're certainly seeing them healing from an event that also caused them to have to rebuild financially, and you feel for them in that way. But I think you are feeling very sort of strong about them, you know. Certainly it's interesting, there's codependency here. The Chaser really does talk about codependency, so just be a little bit careful, because there is a strange sort of imbalance here, because you feel so strongly, you're resonating so strongly with a new permanent sort of love, twin flame connection, and your person is resonating so strongly with still being very hurt that it makes it difficult to see how they are in the proper place in their life right now to feel the same as you do, or to make the same sort of healthy decisions, right? So it could be that you're very much falling in love with them and seeing a future with them, but they really have a lot of healing to do. And although they see you as a good love connection, it could very well be that once they heal and get out of this, the feelings are going to be quite different, right? Because you believe you're starting off with equal footing, but they're hurting so much here that's going to be very difficult for you to be able to see necessarily if they are. And so, especially when you have codependence here and self-indulgence, there does feel like there is a little bit of imbalance here, in the sense that you guys are both being very codependent with each other. It could also be, Pisces, that this could be a case of a person in your life that you've had feelings for a very long time, and now that they have gone through this sort of heartbreak or this divide, certainly this breakup in some area in their life, it seems as though you may get your chance now to be with them, right? And they're going for it. They're up for it. They see you as the Two of Cups, but just be careful, because this could turn out later on to be like a situation of like a rebound, right? Where it's like there's a codependency there, but it's not actually starting off completely equal and healthy, despite these strong Four of Wands feelings right there. Again, I did say earlier, Four of Wands is generally not a situation where you're totally out of touch, and surely there is love here, but I'm not sure that there is enough emotional stability or health right now for your person to be making the right decisions, because for them to identify with Three of Swords, that's a lot of pain that they're working through. Now, how did you guys see the relationship? You're seeing it as a Page of Wands, and they're seeing it as a Knight of Swords. So for you, you're seeing it as a very ideal situation. You're feeling very passionate about it. Again, I think for you, it feels very much like, this is meant to be. It can feel like it may be a situation where you have been in love with them for quite some time, and now that it's finally an opening there, you are just sort of full of like optimism and idealism, and a feeling that this is meant to be. You're absolutely unafraid to follow your passion and your heart with this relationship. They see the relationship as a Knight of Swords, which is interesting. They see it as a way of overcoming some obstacles with regard to their self-confidence and self-esteem. And so I think this is certainly a reason why this connection is happening right now. Whereas you're seeing this as a sort of moment where you feel like you're saving the day, right? You're being the strong one. You're saving the day. You're helping them heal. I think you see yourself almost as a healer in this situation, right? You're wanting to help heal their heart, and at the same time, you're falling in love with them. And so to a certain degree, you may not be completely seeing the codependence here, because in your eyes, you're seeing it as very ideal with this Page of Wands. This relationship is a very ideal relationship. Like, you're perfect for them, they're perfect for you, and you see all of this healing that needs to go on as a really good part of the relationship, right? they see the relationship certainly as a way, certainly right now, temporarily, if not permanently, to help them get more motivated and more self-confident, because the Knight of Swords is all about sort of being much more proactive about your self-confidence, much more outgoing, right? Certainly after a period of maybe having some doubts and self-esteem issues, maybe having some negative self-image, right? The Knight of Swords really sort of moves forward in the world to kind of overcome these type of obstacles, or to cut away any ties to these obstacles or anything that might stand in the way of his confidence and his ability to believe in himself, right? His ability to follow his ideas through, to see them through, to believe that they're going to work, and to maintain his clarity and balance. And so, yeah, for right now, this relationship, to them, I think they're seeing it, Pisces, as a real sort of source of strength and certainly a source of healing themselves. But again, I'm not sure if later on, once they are healed and once they're back to full capacity in terms of their self-confidence and self-esteem, if this relationship is actually going to stand the test of time. You know, if it's actually going to come down to the fact that you two are meant for each other and really, really in love. It could just be, again, with this codependency, it could just be that right now, and certainly with this need for self-worth, certainly feels like it could be right now just a means to an end for this particular person to heal. You have the Fool and the Devil. Wow. And they have Prince of Cups and the Prince of Wands. Wow. So the princes in the Thoth deck are the same as the knights. So a lot of knights, right? For your person, and the Fool and the Devil. So yeah, for you, there is codependency here, right? So this is certainly a whole new relationship, a whole new opening for you. I want to say that, yes, indeed, I want to say for some of you Pisces, this could very much be not a person that, it could be a person that you've known for quite some time, and now there is sort of an opportunity, but it could also very well be, for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who's very new to you, like who you don't know at all. You may have even just met them online. You may have even just met them through like some kind of, very obscure way. And what I mean to say is, like, you just met them. It's like, it's not like you grew up with them, or you know their family, or you know their friends, or what have you. This is for all intents and purposes a brand new person in your life. And it is very quickly very strong energy for you with the Devil, but it is also very codependent. It very quickly becomes a codependent situation. And although for you, it is quite new, and I think the type of relationship is quite new. So you're definitely getting something out of it. And I think for you, Pisces, you may be very much getting a feeling yourself of increased self-esteem and confidence, because you feel like you're really healing them, and you feel like you're really, really helping them. And that's giving you a really good, like, kick to your pride, I think, and your confidence. But it is a codependent sort of relationship, because the Devil talks about codependent energy, right? It talks about instant gratification, kind of, falling into addictions, falling into, wanting quick satisfaction here and there, really being a slave to the ego and to your passions, right? It can also be quite exalted when you work hard and sort of connect all of this passion to a higher goal. But at the same time, when it's connected directly to the ego and a sense of pride, it can very easily become an addictive or codependent sort of dynamic. And so I wonder if this is what's happening here, right? And your person, here we go with the two princes. These are knights, right? So basically Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. So they are indeed doing a lot of activity and movement and changing right now. This is a real sort of them coming through all the different stages of a transformation within themselves, because Prince of Cups is just getting to understand, you have three knights in a row, right? So basically you have the Knight of Cups here, where he's just beginning to understand his feelings on a deeper level. This person is beginning to sort of really learn who they are. And then also a Prince or Knight of Wands. So they're also just very much getting into following their passion, following their hearts, right? This is all Knight energy is associated with air. And to have three Knights in a row, you're talking about somebody who's doing a lot of healing and a lot of self sort of not even self transformation, but self realization. They're really learning a lot about themselves right now in all areas of their lives, right? In a very fast progression, right? And here with the Knight of Wands, like I said earlier, this is overcoming sort of self-doubt and self-fear. Prince of Wands is overcoming the fear of ridicule. Knight of Wands, it's that sort of desire to be much more ambitious and passionate. It's like the great cheerleading energy. This is when you really feel like you are ready to big yourself up, and so you're overcoming that stage and that suit of passion. And then the same thing here with Prince of Cups. It's like you're being much more forward in relationships and overcoming your self-esteem or your insecurity issues in relationships, and wanting to be much more sort of intentional, much more sort of aggressive, not even aggressive, but sort of commanding, right? Being the one to ask somebody else out or to show your feelings, right? And all of this. And so this is a big learning progression for them. And I think that you may be seeing this relationship as moving towards some kind of long-term stability. But it feels to me like this is a real rebound for this person because they're reeling from this. And I don't see that the longevity is going to necessarily stay here. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice again. And a lot of that is because this relationship is very much codependent. Although like I said, yes, you may be helping them to heal a lot. But I think, the one thing that we forget is that no matter how good of a healer you are, or no matter how good you are with spiritual matters, etc., right? You can help to heal people. You can come in at any stage in their life when they're dealing with trauma and help to heal people. The mistake that I think, though, that happens sometimes is when we are trying to mix healing someone with a love relationship, with a love connection, thinking that one naturally leads to the other, and that's not necessarily the case. Certainly when somebody is already healing from a past relationship or past trauma and love, if you're helping them to sort of get back to themselves and heal themselves, that has no real impact on the likelihood of a long-term love connection because you're not working on that level. They're not able to right now sort of cement a love connection with you because they're healing themselves. So they don't even really have the capacity right now in a healthy way to start another relationship, to start another emotionally stable and healthy relationship. They have to heal first. But a lot of times there is this crossover that happens, and then people become very, very surprised. A lot of times we become very, very surprised when somebody we've been working with for a long time to help them get over their issues, they get over it, they become really strong, and then they suddenly leave because they never really truly developed that love connection on that romantic equal level with you. It's always ever been healer, patient to a certain degree, right? Healing, healer, healing, the one healing, the one healer, right? So it's like that connection is not there. And I think that this is kind of what is happening here, Pisces, although I'm not sure that you see that yet. I think that you really do feel for them, and there is a certain level of natural affection here. But just take care because, again, this person is really rebounding and changing a lot. All right, guys, this is your reading for February. This is your outlook. Please let me know how you feel about it. Leave me a comment. If you're going through this, I would be interested what you think about this and how you're looking forward to this coming month. If you enjoyed the reading, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can be notified. I have a lot of changes coming up. Not changes to my channel, but additions to readings that I'm going to be putting out. New series and things like that. So do hit the bell so you can be notified. And for right now, Pisces, have a wonderful February. And I'll see you March for your love outlook. Bye-bye now.